So in our case, if we go back to our code, we have an opportunity to use a function. Now in this case, a mixin wouldn't make sense because we don't want to include CSS properties as a return value from it. Instead, we want a specific number plus the text em. So let's create a simple function here. We're going to put it in our site footer partial for now, but we'll move this to a more central location where all of our partials can use it in a little bit. So again, we're going to use the @ function. We're going to set a name for our function. Let's call it px to em, and then we're going to set up the parameters. Now, if you're not a programmer and haven't seen how functions are structured, there might be a lot here that feels new and that I'm glossing over a little bit. But a function structure is pretty standard for a programming language, and so if you dive into JavaScript or PHP, even the very basics of it, this syntax will start to look very comfortable and familiar to you. Again, if you want to stick around on Build a Module to learn those things, you can go to the PHP Programming Basics collection and watch the first several chapters in the series. So after we have the name of our function, we're going to name our parameters. In this case, we just need one, and we'll call it size in px, or pixels. We'll create an opening bracket and a closing bracket, and then we're going to return a value, and we can do that with the @return keyword, and it's basically going to be this. So let's copy this, paste it in, and we'll replace this 3 with this size in pixels right here. And we'll make sure to add a semicolon to end this line. Let's save this and make sure we haven't broken any of our SASS. Okay, it looks like we're getting an error, and it says it's on line 10, and we can see that it's the site footer component. And if we look over here, we see that what we did instead of copying this equation was we cut it. So let's take this opportunity to just use this function. So what I'm going to do is type px to em, and then we'll pass in 3 because that was the margin that we wanted to add in pixels. We'll save this, go back to the browser and refresh, and check it out. Our spacing here is good, and if we inspect this element, we'll see that we're using ems. So now we're calculating this through our function instead of having to write the equation every time.